Hi artists! Welcome to the Wallace Art Studio. My name is Mrs. Hewitt and today we are going to be using an artist named Pauline Loctin to inspire us as we create over the next couple of weeks. The amazing thing about Pauline is that she is an artist who uses paper in a non-traditional way. She doesn't just paint or draw on it, instead she folds the paper and transforms it into an amazing way. Let's take a look at some of her work.
My name is Pauline Loctin, aka Miss Cloudy. This is my artist name, and I'm a paper artist. At the same time that I create something, I create maybe 10 other things in my head.
Pauline Loctin, who's also known as Miss Cloudy, creates pieces of artwork that can be put in frames. She creates sculptural pieces with paper. She also takes those large-scale sculptures and hangs them from the ceiling to look like chandeliers. And check out the way Miss Cloudy transforms paper here into something that can be wearable. Now let's talk for a second about how art can create mood. Can you see the difference in these two pieces here? How do each of these pieces make you feel? And how are they different? Does the way that she only uses one color change the way that you feel as you look at it? Or does a darker color emote a different feeling? Now, not all of her work, she just uses one color. In these ones, she increases the colors and adds a ton of them. Does that change the way that it feels? Does it feel more fun and cheery than soft and gentle? We're going to take a little break from Miss Cloudy for a second and learn about a word called contrast.
When artists arrange elements in their works to emphasize their differences, we call this contrast. These elements can be colors, shapes, or lines. The artist Jack Spencer is known for using contrast in his photographs.
In Light Vessel, the bright orange globe stands out against the dark brown body. This is contrast using color. In Chavo, the organic shape of the bird is in contrast with the geometric shape of the square. And here's contrast using line in Hombre Sin Tiempo. Notice how the lines of the clocks are out of focus, but the lines of the man's face are in focus.
Sometimes the difference is dramatic, which is high contrast, and other times more subtle, or low in contrast. Think about how you might include contrast in your artwork to make things more interesting, because really, art is all around you.
In Miss Cloudy's world, contrast is all around her, from hanging on her walls to the work that she does. Whenever she's working, she thinks about big and small, black and white, dark and light, and how she can create contrast, or the lack thereof, in her work. We are going to be using this mural as inspiration as we create today, where she started off with pieces of black paper as she hung them on the walls to create her mural, and then she hung it up high. Today we're going to do similar work as we create our base or the backdrop for our sculptural project. As you create today using contrast, you could use a variety of tools. Bingo daubers, black crayon, Sharpie, or you could even use black paper and cut different shapes to glue them down. When I started creating, I used white paper with the black bingo dauber. The reason I chose the black bingo dauber is because it's a nice thick line when I create, because I also want to create a variety or a contrast between thin and thick, black and white, big and small, and pattern or just one. If you don't have access to a bingo dauber or even scissors and black paper, maybe use the edge of a black broken crayon to create a thick line. So then I switch over to create with a thin black Sharpie. Here I'm using repetition or repeating the same shapes over and over again. This creates pattern and interest. I also am working to fill in some of the white spaces. As you're creating today, I really want you to think through contrast. Big, small, thin, thick, one versus many, black and white, and even hard edge versus soft, round, smooth lines. My first priority is finishing my base and creating a piece of work to use as a backdrop for my sculptural project later. If I have extra time, I'm going to take any scrap paper that I have sitting around, and I'm going to be continuing to create pieces of artwork using pattern or high contrast as I create. This can be used to fold, curl, or manipulate when we create sculptures later. Now put this in a safe place and save it for next time.